Brawl Stars. I've been gone for what feels like forever, and the game feels completely different, so I was curious. What have they removed or added? So I took a look at the Brawl Stars wiki, and boy, a lot has changed. The last time we went over this was 2019 or 2018, I don't really remember. But things have changed, so today we're gonna look at everything I could find that was removed from Brawl Stars. Now we won't be mentioning removed gadgets, star powers, or maps, as this happens way too often, and this is more like balancing the game. We're more so focusing on big features, game modes, or even one-time things that never came back. So, with that being said, let's get right into it.
Let's do this.
Advertisements. It's a little strange hearing that Brawl Stars, a Supercell game, used to have advertisements. What? But this has been seen in other beta or soft launch Supercell games, so it's not totally out of the ordinary. It's not like the ads were popping up in the middle of the game either. You had the option to watch an ad to double one reward from the box you just got. Now that may seem like a horrible deal, but back then with like 15 brawlers and a different economy system in the game, it was incredibly useful to double one reward. Sadly, it was removed way before the game even went global due to balancing issues as highlighted in this old post. Tickets. These were used to enter game modes that needed tickets to enter. You could wage more tickets for more rewards. They weren't that hard to get either. You could get them in boxes or buy some in the shop with extra gems. In May of 2020 though, the events that required tickets were made free to play, and so tickets had no use, and they were removed that same update. The tickets you see in club leagues are a completely different thing. I'm gonna get into that in the video eventually, but yeah, different thing. One of the greatest things about coming back to Brawl though is getting a chance to play it on the OnePlus 10T. Today's sponsor. They sent one out here and I've been putting this thing to work, and man, on this incredible silky smooth 120Hz AMOLED display, I don't think Brawl has ever looked better. Speaking of Brawl though, OnePlus and Google Play are actually presenting the Brawl Open, which you can sign up for right now until November 10th. That's when the qualifiers end, and then on the 11th, it's group play time. And on the 13th, the finals, which can be watched on the official OnePlus and Google Play channels. So make sure to register with the link below and potentially have a chance to play alongside top Brawl Stars creators and pro teams. Whoa. But back to the 10T, this is a heck of a phone. It supports 150 watt super VOOC charging and 125 watt wired in North America, which means it can go from 1 to 120 minutes. What? It has a 3D cooling system, which is next level, and 120Hz refresh rate, which can actually maximize your battery life. And don't get me started on the Hyper Boost gaming engine. Man, it allows games to run smoother and more stable while improving the graphics rendering and reducing battery consumption. But wait, there's more. There's a ton of giveaways you guys can sign up for right now. Using the link down below, you can see if you qualify. There's some OnePlus 10Ts up for grabs, as well as OnePlus Buds Pro, and even a trip for two to the Brawl Stars finals in Paris. All links are down below for the tournament and the giveaway, so good luck, and thank you to OnePlus and Google Play. Really excited to get into try-hard mode with all of you in this Brawl Open. So, back to the video. Boxes. The boxes in Brawl Stars today are very simplified. When Brawl Stars came out, they were taking the Clash Royale approach. You know, having a box for a lot of things. Brawl Box, Big Box, Rare, Super Rare, Epic, Mythic, and eventually they would have had a Legendary box because that's the route they were going. But they ended up removing all of the rarity specific boxes and beefed up the regular boxes instead, later adding the Mega Box. So basically we're missing boxes for the rarities that existed back then. Rare, Super Rare, Epic, and Mythic. Honestly, I kind of like the older system because when you got a certain box you knew what you were getting, but these boxes are a little bit more random. Unbreakable walls. At one point, Brawl Stars maps had walls that couldn't be broken, but when Map Maker was added, there was a glitch that allowed you to place these walls anyways, even though they had been removed. And apparently some hacking was involved too, it wasn't just a glitch. This caused a bit of a problem at first, but eventually it was fixed. There was also some other objects like this that had to do with Map Maker and hacking into the game files or whatever. There was a bench, or I don't know. It was quite a weird time when Map Maker first came out. Alright, this next one isn't one thing, but I wanted to mention a few game modes that were removed, like Lone Star, Takedown, Super City Rampage, Siege, and Power Play. There are many different reasons for the removals, like balancing issues, enjoyment, and just better modes that were created instead of these. This doesn't necessarily mean they'll never be added back though. There used to be a modifier for Showdown called the Life Leech or whatever it was. It was reintroduced later on as Graveyard Shift, I think for Halloween or something. Tap to walk. You used to have the option between tap to walk and joystick controls, but tap to walk was eventually removed, probably because it made more sense when the game was in portrait, and when the game was in landscape now, it made absolutely no sense. It was a little awkward to use, so I don't think you're missing out on much, but yeah, maybe back in the day, it was alright. Practice mode. I was actually surprised to find a practice mode added back into the game. Before, we only had the training cave, so that's pretty cool. But neither of them are what the original practice mode used to be. Back in the very early days, there was a practice mode that was more of a casual mode with bots. You could earn rewards, and it apparently even played offline. It was pretty cool, but it eventually disappeared from the game. The practice mode we have today, the key difference is being able to earn rewards from the old one, and this one you can't. It's just literally just to try a brawler. Advertise to clan button. It was a button to share your party to the clan. I don't think this button is needed nowadays, as it's pretty easy to invite anyone from your clan, but this was a feature years ago, and it was eventually removed when the UI was redesigned and the friend system and inviting system got better over time. It's one of those things that was removed because it was no longer needed. Golden tickets. So golden tickets allowed you to play extra club league matches, but you had to buy them, whereas the regular tickets were free. By the way, not to get confused with special event tickets, which we mentioned earlier, these are different. I know it's a little confusing, but anyways, there was some controversy with these golden tickets. I was not playing at the time, but I do know that they were short-lived and they eventually got removed. Something about the golden tickets being too pay to win or giving whoever could buy it an advantage. Star tokens. Star tokens were a special kind of token obtained by winning an event for the first time in a rotation, meaning a star token became available whenever a map changed, pretty much. They were used to get big boxes, so once the player had 10 of these star tokens, you would get a free big box. However, in May 2020, these star tokens were removed, so now we only have the regular tokens. I believe this was to simplify things for the Brawl Pass, as the big boxes were now part of the road. Facebook login. Like all other Supercell games, there used to be a way to connect your Facebook account from the game so that you could have your Facebook friends show up in game. I believe all games had this removed earlier this year due to technical reasons. Gems in boxes. Not really a feature, but more of a thing that used to happen and now it doesn't. You could once get gems from boxes, and it was this way for over 3 years. Even after global launch, you could still get gems from boxes, but this was changed in Season 1 in 2020 when they removed all gems from all boxes and instead implemented ways to get gems from the pass. It's kind of the same thing, as these gems ended up in the free side of the pass, so definitely a W for the free-to-play players. Massive clubs. This one caught me off guard. I mean, wow. This is one of the first things I noticed after years of not playing, and why? Why is the club 30 members? Well, yeah, the size was reduced from 100 to 30, and apparently the clubs were split automatically. Everyone was let know of this before it happened though, so you had like well over 2 or 3 months to do the arranging yourself. Here's a chart of what happened if your club was still at 100 members at the time of the update. All of this was done for the new Club League feature. Brawler lore. Basically, way back when, descriptions used to explain who the brawler was, where they came from, what they used to do, give a lot of backstory about the brawler. Like, I remember a quote being something about like a sheriff or some gunslinger, I have no idea. But these descriptions were changed to more vague backgrounds of the brawler and focus more on what they do in the game and their current personality. You can still find all of these old screenshots by looking on Google. Just type in Brawl Stars lore and you can see the descriptions of all the brawlers, or at least the ones that existed back in the day. Coin booster. Not to get confused with coin doubler, which is still in the game, surprisingly. Instead of doubling the coins earned, coin boosters will give you 50% more coins for 7 days. And it could be stacked with the coin doubler. They announced that they would be removing it in December of 2017, and I think in March of 2018 they were officially removed. I think it was due to giving players way too much of an advantage, because it was a quick way to progress. But yeah, it was eventually removed and players did receive a gem refund. Green bush regeneration. I'm not totally sure if there's any bushes in the game that regenerate today, but once upon a time, these green bushes would regrow after some time of being destroyed. That's literally it. I think they got rid of it because they didn't want to encourage camping in the bushes, especially in the middle of the game when bushes would have already been destroyed, but they suddenly regrew and you could camp there again. It was a mess. So I believe that's why they ended up just disabling the regrowth. The alley behind the goal. Okay, Brawl Ball used to have their goals pushed out, so you were able to go behind it and camp. It was most likely removed due to players camping with the ball because, trust me, they did. It's actually way better now, and I'm glad Brawl Ball maps were redesigned to remove that gap. It was stupid. Heist 1.0. Okay, clearly if I'm saying 1.0, the current heist must be 2.0, right? Well, yes, the old heist was not really the same. When you started a heist match, there was one safe. You were either the defender or the attacker, so you were defending the safe or attacking the safe, not simultaneously. Today, this is done at the same time. There's two safes and each team is doing those tasks. I'm not sure which one was better though, so feel free to let me know down below if you remember the original heist. Just let me know. So guys, I think that should be it. That is all the things I gathered. Now for my original video, I had 15 things, but some of the things actually got added back. So that list became shorter and shorter, but at the same time, there were things that were also removed while I was gone. So yeah, an entirely new list. Feel free to let me know if I missed something though. I'm pretty sure I did. I've been playing catch up with this game pretty much. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching. Havoc Gaming out. Peace.